afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the turkey bowl tradition. The families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. his 5th sack of the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 22 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A Cowboy 1st down there. Prescott to Gallup. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Nifty move. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Prescott now. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We're scoreless after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now a play fake. Carr. Touchdown. It's complete. Darren Waller, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
The score, Raiders 7, Cowboys nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Prescott to throw it. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Well, there's Gallup. Nice catch. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
Prescott now from the 50. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the 1st interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Carr.
Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, Drake, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a 1st down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Carr.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Carr.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd down and 5.
Here's Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. To throw is Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his target. It's Schultz. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Prescott yet again. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
The final shot here before half for Carr. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This is Tony Pollard. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40, the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. The people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A game of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now Pollard. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. This is Elliott. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
The give is to Elliott, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Fourth down, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
A first down run for Elliott, not going to pan out. He'll, in fact, wind up losing a couple.
When you think about this strong safety position, you know, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time, great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Shoves him aside. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Fights off the defender to the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Raiders pick it up, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Micah Parsons, the rookie, in on the stop. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. I think probably just trying to draw them off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Prescott to throw it.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. On 1st down, Elliott. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Second and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Carr now to throw. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Flush to his right. Caught out right by Renfro. 7 yards, the pickup there. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Las Vegas,
they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.